So that's it for Albuquerque and New Mexico. We've got a big day of driving now. We're going to go to Arizona, but we're going to, was it Flagstaff?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Flagstaff, I think it's called. Pretty much the closest town to the Grand Canyon, but I think it's like is it 9?
7 hours.
7 hours of driving. 7 hours is going to turn into more than 7 hours. So the day before yesterday was like 3.5 hour drive, turned into like 7 hours. So try not to stop too much, I guess. So it turns out it's actually not that far away. It's only 5 hours-ish. Not that bad at all. We realised on the way that we forgot to check out the Petroglyph National Monument yesterday. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Whatever, we're checking it out. It's supposed to be some rock carvings or painting. To listen, push button to activate. Yeah! Looks like they've got some chilies here.
That's a little more calm.
Thank you very much.
Apparently we're going to drive somewhere else to go see these rocks, which is weird. Looks like a little snake trail. Lots of signs saying rattlesnakes in the area as well. Nikki's scared. Are you scared?
Yeah, I don't want to see rattlesnakes.
Brown snakes are worse, aren't they? Rattlesnakes are scarier somehow.
Yeah.
Majority of these petroglyphs were made by the ancestors of modern Pueblo people. The ancestral Pueblans made petroglyphs by carefully removing the desert varnish with handheld stone tools to expose the lighter color of the basalt's interior. After centuries of weathering, older petroglyphs begin to oxidize, and this darkening confirms their authenticity and great age. Huh. Goodbye, Albuquerque. Next up, Arizona. Pit stop at Denny's. Haven't been to Denny's yet.
Got it.
Exciting.
Sounds
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
How are you?
We're good.
See that?
No? Oh, Pippa! Pippa!
The cows like to go inside.
On a petrified forest national park. Howdy.
Hello. You have a good one.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Alright. You can stop recording now. Pretty good so far. 5 minutes in.
A Hopi Indian in 1948. And there's Mama, and she's making cornbread. There's Grandma, and she's teaching the two young girls how to make the cornmeal. These two young boys are coming of age, and they jump in the Great Salt Lake. They get out of the lake and they collect as much salt from around the edge of it as they can carry. He not only seasoned his food with it, but he preserved his food with it. After he killed a deer, if he packed the deer meat in salt, it would not spoil. And so a lot of lizards along the way. There they are sleeping under the stars, and finally they get back home with their big bags of salt for their family. And here they're boys, and now they're men. And the journey was 230 miles. Where are you guys from?
Sydney.
You're from Sydney?
Yeah, we're from Sydney.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I loved Australia.
Yeah.
I spent 16 days there.
Here's some of the petrified wood that the building's made out of. I didn't believe Nikki that it was wood that had turned to stone, but she asked the person and it definitely is, like, pretty much that. What? Nikki was right. Nikki was right. Freaking stone. Well, basically stone. It's like stone formed inside the wood over thousands of years. You know, I get the feeling she said, you know what she said, millions first?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're like, can't say anything like longer than thousands because some people would get offended by that. The fact that the earth might be more than thousands of years old. One thing that's worth noting is that on camera it actually looks like these mountains are like epic huge mountains, but they're actually not that big. They're quite small. How tall do you reckon the mountains are? I mean, you can see my shadow down there somewhere. If you look down there, that's actually pieces of petrified wood. So like tree bits. I reckon they're probably like 15, 20 meters high, these mountain thingies. Not that high at all. Pretty amazing. They look like huge mountains, but they're not. So that's it for the petrified wood forest. Just at like a gift shop now. Looks good polished. Yeah, that delayed us significantly, but I think it was well worth it. We got actual fossils here. You can fork out 1,800 American dollars. Pretty cool. Whoa, check this out. Man, this place is huge. This is a bit of a weird environment to pee in. Spiders. This place is ridiculous. It's so much bigger and has so much more stuff than I expected. What's in there? It's like a whole workshop. How many cents is that? So we're here at Best Western in Arizona. They'll tear off the Flagstaff. We got here and now it's snowing. It's actually not that cold either.